Your legs weaken first. Eat these 6 foods to strengthen them fast. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you might be joining us from around the world. I genuinely hope you'll take a moment to pause what you're doing for the next few minutes, because the insights I'm about to share with you truly have the potential to profoundly transform the way you move, the way you experience your body, and indeed, the way you live your life from this moment forward. This isn't just another health tip, it's a fundamental shift in perspective. Here's a deeply important truth, one that most doctors, due to time constraints or perhaps even outdated training, might never articulate clearly in their offices. Your legs aren't simply getting weaker because the calendar keeps turning pages and you're getting older. While age is a factor, it's not the full story, and critically, it's not an unchangeable sentence. The more precise and far more empowering truth is this: your legs are often getting weaker because no one has properly guided you on how to nourish them, how to truly feed them with the specific nutrients they need to thrive. There's a monumental difference between these two understandings. One perspective, the idea that weakness is simply an inevitable consequence of aging, can feel like a life sentence, stripping away hope and agency. It suggests a decline you can't fight. The other perspective, however, offers a powerful solution, a path forward that puts control back in your hands. It tells you there's something you can do, a profound intervention available to you right now. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel, and today I'm here to deliver that solution directly to you. We're going to explore 6 specific foods, ranked carefully from incredibly helpful to absolutely transformational. These aren't obscure ingredients or expensive supplements. They are readily available items that, when integrated into your diet, can actively help rebuild your leg strength, restore vital muscle tissue, and give you back the stability, balance, and confidence you might have genuinely believed were gone forever. Before we dive into this vital list, let me share a piece of information that truly stopped me in my tracks when I first encountered it. It comes from a landmark study published in the esteemed Journal of the American Geriatric Society. This research revealed a sobering reality. Adults over the age of 65 who experienced significant lower body muscle weakness faced a staggering 72% higher risk of mobility disability within just 5 years. Think about that for a moment. Nearly 3 out of every 4 people in this group faced a significantly elevated risk of losing their independence, struggling with simple movements, and potentially becoming reliant on others for daily tasks. But the implications didn't stop there. This muscle weakness was also directly linked to an alarming increase in hospitalizations due to falls, a higher likelihood of needing nursing home admissions, and, tragically, an increased risk of early mortality. 72%. That's not just a statistic. It represents countless individuals who could have potentially intervened, who could have shifted the trajectory of their health and independence, but didn't. Why? Often, it was simply because they weren't armed with the knowledge we now possess about the intricate relationship between nutrition, muscle biology, and the natural processes of the aging body. This knowledge gap is what we're here to bridge today. And here's something to pique your interest right from the start. The number 1 food on this list is very likely something you already have in your kitchen right now. It's something you may have even been advised to avoid at different times in your life, based on older, less complete scientific understanding. Yet, researchers at institutions like Harvard Medical School now believe this very food is one of the most powerful muscle protective compounds available to humans, particularly for those over the age of 60. I'm going to save that one for the grand finale, because once you hear it, I promise you, you'll never look at your grocery list or even your pantry the same way again. But before we fully immerse ourselves in this essential list, I want to ask you something deeply personal. Please, take a moment to leave a comment below. Share your age and tell me honestly whether you've noticed your legs feeling weaker, heavier, or perhaps just less stable than they used to be. Maybe the simple act of climbing stairs now feels like a much greater challenge. Perhaps you've experienced a frightening near fall, or you find yourself relying more on furniture to get up from a comfortable chair. I want you to know that I personally read every single comment on this channel, every story, every shared experience. Your willingness to share might just be the catalyst someone else needs. The reason they discover this video and find the motivation to change their own life. So please, if you can, take 30 seconds and connect with us. Now, let's embark on this journey. We're counting down our 6 foods, starting with the powerful and building towards the truly life-changing. Number 6, eggs. This one, I've found, surprises almost everyone I share it with. Eggs. I understand completely. For decades, the humble egg has been at the center of a swirling debate. You've likely heard it all your life. They raise your cholesterol. They're bad for your heart. Put them down. Walk away. And I am here today, armed with the full weight of current, robust nutritional science to tell you unequivocally that this advice, particularly for adults over the age of 60, was one of the most damaging pieces of health guidance ever widely circulated. It led countless people to deprive themselves of a nutritional powerhouse, especially when their bodies needed it most. So, what do eggs actually do for your aging legs and overall muscle health? Eggs are one of the most complete and bioavailable sources of a crucial amino acid called leucine on the entire planet. Now, if amino acid is a new or unfamiliar term for you, think of leucine as the essential key that turns on the engine of muscle protein synthesis. This is the fundamental biological process by which your body doesn't just maintain, but actively builds and repairs muscle tissue. It's how your muscles grow stronger and recover after use. Here's why leucine is especially critical as we age. After approximately 65, your body begins to develop what researchers refer to as anabolic resistance. In simpler terms, your muscles become a bit stubborn. They don't respond as efficiently to the normal protein signals they used to. They require a stronger, more potent trigger to initiate the same muscle-building response. Leucine is that trigger. And remarkably, just 2 large whole eggs deliver approximately 1.6 grams of leucine. Research from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign has demonstrated that this amount is sufficient to meaningfully stimulate muscle protein synthesis, even in older adults who are experiencing significant anabolic resistance. It's like giving your muscle-building engine a much-needed boost. But what truly makes eggs special goes beyond just leucine. It's the yolk. Yes, the very part everyone used to tell you to throw away. The yolk is a treasure trove of nutrients, including choline, vitamin D, and a remarkable compound called phosphatidylcholine. These nutrients are absolutely vital for maintaining the structural integrity and health of your muscle cell membranes. As we age, these cell membranes can become more fragile, less stable, and less capable of holding on to the vital nutrients that your muscles need to contract, recover, and function optimally. Think of the yolk, with its rich array of protective compounds, as essentially providing a strong, resilient coating for your muscle cells. Discarding the yolk is akin to buying a brand new car and then leaving the engine at the dealership. You're throwing away the most valuable, functional part. Let me share a quick story. I had a patient, Margaret, a spry 74-year-old from Sarasota, Florida. She came to me after experiencing her second fall in 6 months, and she was, understandably, terrified of her own staircase. For over a decade, Margaret had diligently followed a low-fat diet, completely avoiding eggs on the advice of an older physician. We made a simple yet profound change. We added 3 whole eggs to her morning routine every day. Within just 8 weeks, Margaret called me with tears in her eyes, telling me that she had walked up her stairs without holding the railing for the first time in 2 years. That wasn't a coincidence. That was leucine, choline, and vitamin D working precisely as the latest science suggests they should. For best results, aim for 2 to 3 whole eggs in the morning. Ideally, pair them with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a drizzle of olive oil or a slice of avocado, both of which we'll discuss further on this list. This healthy fat dramatically improves the absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins found abundantly in the yolk. A gentle cooking method is key. Avoid scrambling them vigorously in a dry pan over high heat. Light heat and gentle cooking methods, like poaching or soft boiling, help preserve the integrity of these delicate proteins and nutrients. Number 5. Wild-caught salmon. If you often find your legs feeling heavy, if they're prone to cramping at night, or if they ache persistently when you wake up in the morning, there's a very strong possibility that silent, chronic inflammation is quietly, persistently damaging your muscle tissue, even while you sleep. And in the fight against this hidden adversary, wild-caught salmon stands out as one of nature's most potent anti-inflammatory weapons ever discovered. The active superstar compounds here are the EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids. I know those letters might sound a bit like alphabet soup, but please, don't let your eyes glaze over. Let me explain precisely what these remarkable compounds do inside an aging body. Imagine the inflammation in your muscle tissue not as a sudden, intense blaze, but as a slow-burning, persistent forest fire. It starts small, burns at a low, simmering level constantly, and over the course of years and even decades, it gradually chars and damages everything around it. This includes the delicate muscle fibers themselves, the crucial connective tissue that holds everything together, and even the intricate nerve pathways that send vital signals from your brain to your legs, instructing them to move. This chronic, low-grade inflammation is incredibly detrimental to muscle health. Now picture EPA and DHA as highly specialized, water-bombing aircraft. They don't just temporarily soothe the fire, they chemically neutralize the specific inflammatory compounds, particularly a group known as prostaglandins and cytokines, which your body tends to produce in increasing amounts after the age of 60. These omega-3s actively work to cool that cellular fire, protecting your muscles from ongoing damage. Consider a compelling study from the University of Aberdeen in Scotland that followed 87 adults over the age of 65 for 18 weeks. The group that regularly consumed omega-3 fatty acids, in an amount equivalent to approximately 3 servings of wild salmon per week, experienced a remarkable 22% increase in their muscle protein synthesis rate compared to the control group. Think about that, a 22% improvement, not from a laboratory-created supplement, but from a whole natural food, a fish. This demonstrates the tangible power of these vital fats. But salmon holds another invaluable gift for aging legs that often goes unmentioned. It is one of the very few significant dietary sources of vitamin D3, which is the active form of vitamin D. As we age, especially after 70, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D3 when exposed to sunlight. This is a significant issue, as research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that vitamin D deficiency, which is estimated to affect a staggering 77% of adults over 65, is directly associated with muscle weakness, impaired balance, and an elevated risk of sarcopenia. Sarcopenia, for those unfamiliar with the term, is the medical diagnosis for age-related muscle loss and weakness. One single 6-ounce serving of wild-caught sockeye salmon can deliver up to 988 international units, IU, of vitamin D3. Considering the recommended daily minimum for adults over 70 is 800 IU, you can effectively meet your needs in just one delicious meal. Aim to eat salmon 2 to 3 times per week. The wild-caught distinction is critically important here. Farmed salmon often has a dramatically different omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acid ratio, and thus does not provide the same profound anti-inflammatory benefits that wild salmon offers. For an added boost, pair your salmon with a handful of dark leafy greens. This combination maximizes the synergy of vitamin K2, which we'll touch on with our next item. Number 4. Spinach and dark leafy greens. Coming in at number 4, we have spinach and other dark leafy greens. These vegetables possess an almost mythological reputation among longevity researchers, and for very good reason. I want you to take a moment and think about every elderly person you've ever observed who moved with remarkable grace and ease. Someone who could get up from a chair without pushing off the armrests, who walked with a confident stride instead of a shuffle. I would be willing to bet a significant amount that dark leafy greens were a regular, foundational part of their diet. There's a profound biological reason for this observation. After the age of 75, your body undergoes a natural decline, losing approximately 35% of its ability to efficiently recycle nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a powerful molecule that acts like a crucial traffic controller for blood flow, especially in your legs. When nitric oxide levels decline, your microcirculation, the incredibly tiny blood vessels that are responsible for nourishing your major leg muscles, like your quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves, begins to become congested. This congestion creates a bottleneck. Vital nutrients struggle to get in, and metabolic waste products struggle to get out. The inevitable result is muscles that fatigue much faster, recover significantly slower, and gradually shrink in size and strength year after year. This is where spinach, along with other dark leafy powerhouses like kale, Swiss chard, and arugula, comes to the rescue. These vegetables are absolutely loaded with dietary nitrates. Your body, through a clever process involving beneficial bacteria in your saliva, converts these dietary nitrates back into functional nitric oxide. You are, in essence, using food to cleverly bypass a decline that aging has naturally brought about. It's like giving your body a natural system upgrade. A remarkable study from Karolinska Institute in Sweden found that inorganic nitrate supplementation, at doses equivalent to eating about 200 grams of spinach daily, significantly improved skeletal muscle efficiency in older adults by an impressive 19%. Notice, the muscle didn't necessarily grow larger, but it became much more efficient at utilizing the oxygen and nutrients that were already arriving. Think of it like upgrading the fuel injection system in an older car engine. The engine itself doesn't change, but it runs far smoother, burns fuel cleaner, and performs effectively for a much longer time. This improved efficiency translates directly to less fatigue and greater endurance in your legs. Spinach is also an extraordinarily rich source of magnesium, a mineral that a concerning 68% of Americans over 60 are chronically deficient in. Magnesium is absolutely essential, required for over 300 different enzymatic reactions throughout the body. Among its most critical roles is facilitating muscle relaxation. When your legs cramp unexpectedly at night, when your calves seize up, or when your feet curl involuntarily, that is almost always a telltale sign of a magnesium deficiency or imbalance. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach delivers a substantial 157 milligrams of magnesium, providing roughly 37% of your daily requirement in a single delicious serving. I recall a patient, Robert, a 71-year-old retired postal worker from Cincinnati. He came to me describing his legs as feeling filled with concrete every single morning. He had been taking magnesium supplements for years with very limited success. We switched his approach. 2 cups of sautéed spinach daily, prepared with a good drizzle of olive oil and garlic. 6 weeks later, Robert excitedly told me that the concrete feeling was completely gone. He was so thrilled he was even walking his old mail route again, just for exercise and the sheer joy of movement. The olive oil, by the way, dramatically increases the absorption of the fat-soluble compounds found in spinach, so always remember to cook your greens with a quality, healthy fat. Right here, nestled between our 4th and 3rd items, I want to take a brief moment to ask you something important. If this information has already opened your eyes to something new, something you didn't know before, please take a second to hit that like button right now. It sends a powerful signal to YouTube to share this video with more seniors, more individuals who desperately need precisely this kind of empowering information. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to this channel. Every single week, I'm dedicated to bringing you clinically grounded, practical health information specifically designed for adults who are committed to living stronger, longer, and on their own terms. The subscribe button is right there. It takes less than a second, and it might just be one of the best health decisions you make today. Now, let's move on to our elite territory. Number 3, Greek yogurt. Most people tend to think of yogurt as a light snack, something you reach for when you're trying to be good or manage your weight. What many don't fully grasp is that full-fat Greek yogurt specifically is one of the most anabolically powerful foods available to the aging human body. It is dramatically and sadly underutilized as a muscle-building and muscle-preserving tool, especially for seniors. Here's precisely why it earns its distinguished place on this list. A single cup of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt contains an impressive 17 to 20 grams of high-quality protein. Crucially, it boasts a specific and highly beneficial profile of amino acids, including leucine, our muscle-building trigger again, isoleucine, and valine. These three are known as branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, and they are directly absorbed into muscle tissue with remarkable efficiency. Unlike many plant-based proteins, which are often incomplete and require careful combination with other foods to be fully utilized by the body, the protein in Greek yogurt is what scientists call highly bioavailable. This means it doesn't take the scenic route. It goes directly to where your muscles need it most, making it incredibly effective for repair and growth. But here's the piece that truly elevates Greek yogurt far beyond a simple protein source for older adults. It contains live probiotic cultures, specifically beneficial strains like lactobacillus. These probiotics play a crucial role in supporting something researchers are now calling the gut-muscle axis. This is a relatively new and incredibly exciting field of study, and the findings are nothing short of extraordinary. Research from the University of California, Davis, for example, has found that healthy and diverse gut microbiome populations in older adults are directly correlated with greater lean muscle mass, better leg strength scores, and faster recovery times from physical exertion. It turns out that your gut isn't just a passive system for digesting your food. It's actively regulating how much of that food your muscles can actually access and utilize. After the age of 65, the gut microbiome typically becomes less diverse, less robust, and consequently less efficient at extracting all the vital nutrients from the food you eat. Probiotic-rich foods like Greek yogurt help to restore that crucial diversity and efficiency. Think of it like restocking a library that has slowly been losing its books. The more complete and diverse the library, the better your body can find and use all the essential information, nutrients, it needs to keep your muscles strong. For maximum benefit, try to consume your Greek yogurt within 30 to 45 minutes of any physical activity. Even a short walk counts. This period is often referred to as your anabolic window, a time when your muscles are most receptive to protein signals and eager to begin the repair and rebuilding process. You can enhance its benefits by adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for additional plant-based omega-3s, or a drizzle of raw honey, which contains enzymes that can further improve probiotic survival and activity in your digestive tract. Always remember to choose plain, full-fat versions. The low-fat or fat-free varieties often replace the healthy fats with added sugars, which can unfortunately drive the very inflammation we are working so hard to fight against. Number 2, beets. Now we've reached number 2 on our list, and I promised you early in this video that one of the top items would genuinely surprise you. This is the one. Number 2, beets. I can almost see some of you smiling with recognition, while others are undoubtedly quite skeptical, and I completely understand. Beets are certainly not the first food that springs to mind when you envision building strong, resilient legs. However, the scientific research behind beets and their profound impact on physical performance in older adults is so compelling that major sports medicine institutions have now integrated beet-derived compounds into their professional recovery protocols. This isn't anecdotal folk medicine, this is frontier science, meticulously applied to the aging body. The core mechanism of beet's power centers on those same dietary nitrates I previously mentioned in relation to spinach. However, beets contain these nitrates in concentrations that are roughly 3 to 4 times higher per gram than almost any leafy green. For example, just one medium beet contains approximately 300 milligrams of dietary nitrates. When these potent nitrates reach the oxygen-depleted environment of working muscle tissue, which is exactly what happens during physical activity, they are converted into nitric oxide with extraordinary efficiency. The result is something researchers describe as a vasodilatory cascade, a powerful, widespread wave of blood vessel opening that literally floods your legs with oxygen and vital nutrients in a way that aging vascular tissue normally cannot produce on its own. This enhanced blood flow is like opening up all the traffic lanes on a congested highway, allowing essential supplies to reach your muscles quickly and efficiently, and allowing waste products to be cleared away. A fascinating study conducted at Wake Forest University found that older adults who consumed beet juice, an amount equivalent to about 2 medium beets, before engaging in moderate exercise, showed a remarkable 38% increase in blood flow to the white matter regions of the brain. These are precisely the areas associated with motor control and coordination. Let me put that in simpler, more impactful terms. Beets didn't just improve what was happening in their legs, they profoundly improved the brain's ability to effectively control their legs. For seniors who are understandably concerned about falls, about maintaining coordination, and about the natural erosion of nerve-to-muscle communication that often accompanies age, this finding is nothing short of enormous. It means better balance, quicker reactions, and more confident movement. Beets are also rich in a beneficial compound called betaine. Betaine plays a crucial role in reducing levels of homocysteine in the blood. Why is this important? Elevated homocysteine, which affects approximately 47% of adults over 60, is associated with accelerated muscle loss, significant vascular damage, and impaired mitochondrial function. The mitochondria, often referred to as the power generators within your muscle cells, are responsible for producing the energy your muscles need to contract and recover. When they are damaged, your muscles essentially run like a car with a failing battery, sluggish, inefficient, and prone to breaking down. Betaine helps to clean up the internal chemistry that protects these vital generators, keeping your muscle cells energized and functional. I think of my patient, Elena, a vibrant 68-year-old from Portland, Oregon. She came to me after being told by 3 separate physicians that her leg weakness and chronic fatigue were simply, quote, part of aging. At 68, she was already relying on a cane to walk. We introduced a simple yet powerful change: 2 roasted beets with her lunch 4 days a week, alongside a recommendation for a short daily walk. Within just 12 weeks, Elena returned to my office without her cane. She was gardening again, tending to her beloved plants, and she cried tears of joy as she told me. I won't mind admitting that I found that moment deeply moving as well. It's a powerful testament to what targeted nutrition can achieve. To get the most out of your beets, roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 to 60 minutes. This method concentrates the beneficial nitrates without destroying them. Alternatively, you can blend raw beets into a smoothie with a small amount of citrus juice. The vitamin C in citrus dramatically increases the efficiency of nitrate conversion in your body. Avoid boiling beets for long periods, as many of their water-soluble nitrates can leach out into the cooking water. Pair beets with any source of lean protein, and you have created one of the most powerful pre-activity meals available to the aging body. Number 1. Extra virgin olive oil. And now for number 1, the food I mentioned at the very opening of this video. The food that researchers at Harvard Medical School have identified as one of the most powerful muscle protective compounds available to humans over the age of 60. The food that, for far too long, has been unfairly demonized, avoided, and eliminated from the diets of millions of seniors based on outdated and incomplete science. The number 1 food on our list is extra virgin olive oil. I know some of you might have expected a protein powder, a rare superfood from a distant land, or something exotic. And I want you to truly stay with me here, because what I'm about to explain concerning extra virgin olive oil and the aging muscular system will fundamentally reframe how you think about dietary fat, chronic inflammation, and the very architecture of a strong, resilient body. This isn't just about cooking, it's about cellular health. Let's begin with what makes extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, categorically different from virtually every other dietary fat on the planet. It contains a remarkable compound called oleocanthal. Oleocanthal is a natural polyphenol, a powerful plant compound that functions within your body in a way almost identical to ibuprofen. Yes, you heard that right. Ibuprofen. It inhibits the very same inflammatory enzymes, specifically COX-1 and COX-2, that many prescription and over-the-counter anti-inflammatory medications target. The profound difference, however, is that oleocanthal achieves this powerful anti-inflammatory effect without the significant risks associated with long-term NSAID use, such as gastric bleeding, kidney strain, and increased cardiovascular risk. For seniors, who are disproportionately prescribed and medicated with anti-inflammatories for joint and muscle pain, this distinction is not just important, it is absolutely critical for long-term health and safety. But the muscle-specific benefits of extra virgin olive oil extend far beyond its anti-inflammatory prowess. A landmark study from the University of Athens, published in Clinical Nutrition, followed an impressive 840 adults over the age of 65 for a period of 3 years. The results were compelling. Those participants who consumed a minimum of 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil daily showed a remarkable 37% lower incidence of sarcopenia compared to those who rarely consumed it. Sarcopenia, to reiterate, is the technical term for the progressive, involuntary loss of muscle mass and strength that typically begins around age 40 and then accelerates dramatically after 60. A 37% lower incidence of this debilitating condition, simply from incorporating olive oil into the daily diet, is truly extraordinary. Now, let's delve into the biological mechanism behind this, because this is the part that Harvard researchers have found most compelling and groundbreaking. The polyphenols found abundantly in extra virgin olive oil, and there are over 30 distinct types, appear to directly stimulate what is called mTOR pathway signaling within muscle cells. The mTOR pathway is often referred to as the master switch for muscle protein synthesis. It's the same pathway that leucine activates, that resistance exercise activates, and that even anabolic hormones activate. What's truly remarkable is that olive oil polyphenols appear to turn on that master switch independently. They don't require strenuous exercise. They don't require elevated hormone levels. They work within the muscle cell regardless of what else is happening around it, providing a constant, gentle nudge towards muscle building and repair. Consider this. After the age of 70, your body typically loses approximately 40% of its mTOR sensitivity. This means your muscles become harder to build and maintain, not just because of potentially less protein intake or less physical activity, but because the fundamental biological machinery that builds them is running at a diminished capacity. Extra virgin olive oil is one of the very few dietary compounds that appears capable of partially restoring that crucial sensitivity. Think of it like recalibrating a thermostat that has been set too low for too long, allowing your body's natural muscle-building processes to function more effectively again. And then there's the critical mitochondrial dimension. Research from the University of Jaén in Spain found that hydroxytyrosol, another powerful polyphenol abundantly present in extra virgin olive oil, specifically protects mitochondrial DNA within muscle cells from oxidative damage. As we age, our mitochondrial DNA tends to accumulate errors, much like a manuscript that has been photocopied too many times. The copies get fuzzier, the instructions become corrupted, and the quality degrades. The ultimate result is muscle cells that produce less energy, recover more slowly, and eventually can even stop working altogether. Hydroxytyrosol appears to actively slow down this process of mitochondrial degradation by effectively neutralizing the reactive oxygen species, harmful free radicals, that cause the damage in the first place. It's like having a built-in repair crew for your muscle cells' power plants. I want to tell you about Thomas, an 81-year-old retired Navy commander from Norfolk, Virginia. When he first came to see me, he hadn't been able to walk more than 2 city blocks without needing to stop and rest. His legs, he explained, simply refused to cooperate. His diet, or so he thought, was meticulously clean. Very low fat, very lean. He had conscientiously avoided fats for nearly 30 years, adhering to the dietary guidelines prevalent in his era. We introduced a simple but profound change: 4 tablespoons of high-quality extra virgin olive oil into his daily routine, 2 in the morning, drizzled over his eggs, and 2 at lunch, dressing his vegetables. We made absolutely no other changes for the first month. At his 6-week follow-up, Thomas proudly walked 4 blocks without stopping. At 12 weeks, he was back on his bicycle, rediscovering a joy he thought was lost. And at 6 months, he completed a 2-mile charity walk for veterans. He sent me a photograph from the finish line, beaming with pride, and it's a photograph that now hangs on my office wall, a constant reminder of the body's incredible capacity for healing and renewal when given the right tools. For practical use, 4 tablespoons daily is the evidence-based target. Use extra virgin olive oil as your primary cooking fat for low to medium heat applications. Drizzle it generously over your vegetables, eggs, fish, and legumes. For maximum absorption of its fat-soluble polyphenols, pair it intentionally with foods that also contain fat-soluble vitamins. Conveniently, eggs, salmon, and spinach, all of which you now know are already on this essential list. That powerful synergy isn't accidental. These 6 foods truly work together as a cohesive system. When you combine them consistently, the cumulative effect on your leg strength, your systemic inflammation levels, your mitochondrial health, and your overall mobility is dramatically greater than any single food can achieve alone. When purchasing extra virgin olive oil, always choose dark glass bottles from reputable producers. Look for a harvest date, not just an expiration date, on the label. The polyphenol content, which provides all these incredible benefits, degrades over time and with light exposure. Fresh, high-quality olive oil is truly medicine. Old, clear-bottled, bargain shelf olive oil is, unfortunately, just fat without the potent therapeutic properties. Now, let me bring this message home for you because I want to make absolutely sure you leave here today not just informed, but genuinely moved to act. You were not built to become a passive passenger in your own life. You were not meant to simply watch from the window while your grandchildren play exuberantly in the yard. You were not designed to cling to the railing going downstairs, to skip the invigorating family hike, or to sadly decline a dance at a wedding reception because you're worried your legs won't reliably hold you. That is not the destiny written into your biology. That is a consequence of vital information that until now was simply never given to you. And today, we've given it to you. It is never too late. I say this not as a vague platitude of encouragement, but as a clear clinical fact. Muscle tissue in the human body retains its remarkable capacity for growth and repair well into the 9th decade of life and beyond. The scientific research on this is unambiguous and inspiring. Your body wants to rebuild. It is eagerly waiting for the right raw materials to do so. Your job, starting today, beginning with your very next meal, is to consciously and consistently give it those materials. Think about it. A few eggs, some wild salmon, a vibrant bowl of spinach, a creamy cup of Greek yogurt, a couple of roasted beets, and 4 tablespoons of the finest extra virgin olive oil you can find. These are not extraordinary, exotic, or unattainable things. They are readily available in virtually every grocery store in the world, waiting for you. And they possess the profound power to give you back something that most people in your position have sadly resigned themselves to losing forever. The sheer freedom to move through your own life on your own terms with renewed strength, with unwavering confidence, and with abundant joy. The scientific references for every study and claim mentioned in this video are meticulously listed in the description below. I strongly encourage you to read them, to share them with your doctor, and to use them as a foundation to advocate for yourself and your health. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please make it a priority to do that right now. Every single week, we are dedicated to bringing you evidence-based, senior-focused health content. The kind of practical, empowering information your doctor may simply not have the time to share in a brief 15-minute appointment. This community is growing rapidly, not just because of the information, but because people like you are sharing it generously with people they love. And that, truly, matters more than I can ever fully express. And now, as always, I want to hear directly from you. Leave me a comment below. Tell me which of these 6 incredible foods you are going to add to your diet first. Tell me how your legs have been feeling, or share any improvements you notice. Tell me your story, because this channel exists for you, not in the abstract, but for you specifically, with your unique name, your personal history, and your particular version of this incredible journey of health and longevity. I read every single comment. I mean that sincerely. Until next time, please eat well, move daily, and never, ever stop believing that your best years are not behind you. They are waiting for you to boldly claim them.